I've been speaking all week about how to have a strong, powerful voice. Personality. Your personality is reflected in your voice. Passion, really caring about what you're speaking about. Vocal variety. Vocal variety is critical to keep your voice interesting. First piece of vocal variety is tone. Think of tone as the emotion behind the words. It's not the words that matter so much as how you say them, the emotion behind the words. If you imagine every word is a basket, and your job as a speaker is to fill that basket with emotion. And having a variety of tone in your voice makes your voice much more interesting, but also reflects your personality. A good way to practice your tone is to do the following. Speak for 20 seconds about anything. It could be what you see in the room, for example, and say it at the same tone. Outside, I see a building, and in that building, I see lights and people, and behind the building, I see a mountain. Now try to say the same words at either a higher or a lower tone. Outside, I see a building, and in that building, I see lots of people and lights, and behind the building, I see mountains. Repeat that, higher, lower, so you can begin to train your ear to hear the difference in tone. You don't want to be called a monotone speaker, so this is one way to practice that. Secondly, think about emphasis. Emphasis helps people understand what's important in the words you're saying. And having emphasis really helps people pay attention to the meaning of the words as well. Good way to practice emphasis. I'm going to take the sentence, I went to the store, and use emphasis that you'll notice changes the meaning of the sentence as well. I went to the store. 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 And finally, I went to the store. You can see how changing emphasis can change the meaning of the sentences. So that's a good exercise to practice so that you can work emphasis into your voice and your vocal variety. Finally, rate. Rate is how quickly or slowly you speak. And again, when you change the rate in the way you speak, it adds interest and energy to your voice. I'll give you an example. Imagine you are a referee in a boxing match and one of the boxers just got knocked out. How would you count them out? 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So it's a little bit slower than, imagine on the table you have 10 pennies. How would you count those out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So practicing a variety of tones, changing emphasis, and practicing changing up your rate when you speak are 3 key elements that are going to help you have more vocal variety in your voice. And the bottom line benefit of that is your voice will reflect your personality, your passion, and now will have great interest, which will make much more engaged listeners.